if your twin flame is blowing you off. So this is for those of you who are in communication with your twin flame, but maybe the depth of your communication is not very good, or maybe you're making dates with them and they're ignoring you or changing plans. What do you do? So this is for those of you who are not blocked, although I do have lots of videos if you're blocked or if they're just not returning any of your calls or any of your texts. I have videos on that too. But this is for those of you who are kind of like you're like touch and go with your twin flame. Like there's some communication, but it's just like little pebbles of like crumbs. They're breadcrumbing you basically, like some kind of breadcrumb or some kind of like, you're just not connecting with them at the level that you want to. That this video is for you. So what do you do? Like, can you create some sort of spell and get them back? Can you say something that would finally attract them? Can you dress a certain way? Can you put on certain makeup? Or what about these pheromone perfumes that are coming out? Can you attract them that way? So this may make some of you feel quite relieved. No, none of those things I mentioned will work. So you can breathe a big sigh of relief. Oh, thank God I don't have to spend a fortune on plastic surgery and pheromone perfume, because those won't work on your twin flame. Well, then what does? So some of you know the process that I teach to my clients called the mirror exercise. And many of you that are watching this video know how to do the mirror exercise, or at least you know the basics. So those of you who are doing the mirror exercise, you're probably like, Coach Lacey, I'm already doing the mirror exercise, but my twin flame is blowing me off. They're not really responding to me in detail. Maybe they're setting dates and canceling on me. They're just completely blowing me off. And if I know that you are using the mirror exercise, I will say you need to go deeper. And this is what I mean. So let's say that your twin flame is not connecting with you deeply. They're just kind of connecting with you on a surface level. It's like a stranger, like you just feel like I just want more connection and I'm not getting it. So then you do the mirror exercise on that. You can't get anything from your twin flame that you're not willing to give yourself. Anything. It's anything. Some people will try to argue with me on that, and I'm like, no, not your twin flame, right? They're not a soulmate. They're not someone that will have a transactional relationship, like you do this so they do that. That's not twin flame relating. So then what do you do? So I'm going to walk you through a mirror exercise that you can do at home. I recommend that you write it down on pen and paper. So if you're not in a place to write it down, then save this video and watch it again later. You can watch it twice. So step 1, I'm upset because my twin flame is blowing me off. That's your upset. Make sure when you're writing it down, it's nice and succinct, because that's going to help you out with the rest of the mirror exercise. You want to get clear on your upset and then write down that one sentence. Step 2, you're going to take the first sentence and change the pronouns or nouns to point to pronouns towards yourself. I'm upset because I'm blowing myself off. This should reveal a whole lot to you. Step 3, you want to ask yourself, is this true? So that is step 3. You ask yourself, in the sentence in step 2, I'm upset that I'm blowing myself off. Is that true on any level? And the answer is always yes. So then I want to kind of walk you through step 3 before we get to step 4, because this is where some of you are getting stuck. You're kind of like saying to yourself, well, I don't blow them off. Well, yes and no. We're not talking about what you're doing with them. We're talking about what you're doing within yourself with respect to yourself. So what does that mean? We need to break that down a little bit. To blow someone off, I'm going to read here from Webster's Dictionary, just in front of me. There's 2 things. First is to fail to keep an appointment with someone, and the second is to ignore or dismiss something or someone, right? Ignoring or dismissing. So where are you failing to keep an appointment with yourself or promise to yourself, or where are you ignoring or dismissing yourself? And here's some examples. Maybe you tell yourself you're going to get up and exercise, or maybe you tell yourself you're going to take yourself on a girl's day, or you're going to take yourself on a romantic date that you planned all for yourself and you just don't go on it. Or maybe you ignore your intuition, or you ignore your feelings. This is like the biggest place. What I notice when people are getting blown off by people on the external, it's because they're ignoring or blowing off their feelings, your emotions. Take time to feel your feelings every day. And don't just like touch them and be like, oh, yep, there's a feeling. All right, see ya. See, lots of people touch and go with their feelings. Don't touch and go with your feelings. That is where you're blowing yourself off or ignoring yourself. If you're experiencing being ignored, that is it. It's in your feelings. So for me, my twin flame, even though we're living together in union, I'm still working this process with the mirror exercise, and I noticed he was kind of halfway communicating with me and kind of blowing me off in a little way. And so I realized that for me, it was working out. I just got done with a nice workout, and I, I'm nice in IRL for you guys. I don't tend to jazz my videos up more than what's needed, because I just feel authenticity is really important, and I hope you do too. So you can go through your life. Remember, we haven't got to step 4 yet, but you can just become aware of where you're ignoring yourself. And it might not match externally what your twin flame's doing to you, but I promise you, on a vibrational level, they are doing to you what you are doing to yourself. I'm going to repeat that because it's important. Your twin flame, if they're upsetting you, they are doing to you what you are doing to yourself. So it's not back at them, it's here towards you. So then step 4. So here's where you go into your heart and you just relax, and you see this part of you that maybe you're not giving yourself enough time with yourself, enough presence with yourself. So what do you need to feel loved is the question you ask in step 4. Maybe you just need to take a moment with yourself and feel your feelings and acknowledge your feelings. Maybe you need to give yourself a big hug. That's 90% of what you need in step 4. Or maybe it's just to be told that, you're here, and give yourself what you're doing in step 4. You're not setting goals. You're not setting intentions. You're not doing anything that involves the future, right? It's what do you need to feel loved right now? What is this part of you that's upset and hurt? What do you need to feel loved right now? So give that to yourself and give yourself all of that love and start to fill yourself up with this love. And you can pause the video, or you can take some time outside of this video to just sit with yourself. Maybe you need like a good 5 minutes of just bright white light shining into your heart. And maybe you need to give yourself some safety to feel your deeper feelings, your wounds, right? For me, I was blowing off a part of myself where I was deeply hurt. And so I sat with that part of me. I imagined myself sitting with myself on a park bench next to this part of me that was hurt. I imagined like I was a duplication of myself. And I used that visualization to just tell myself, I'm with you. It's okay to feel what you feel. Let yourself feel, let it rip, let your emotions out. You don't project them on other people or get mad at other people or, go off the rails. You just simply allow yourself to feel or process whatever you're feeling. And I promise you that's going to shift things, because you heal when you feel, right? And you love yourself. You give yourself what that part of you needs to feel loved. And so just take a moment to just keep loving yourself. Keep saying to yourself the things that you need to hear. Keep giving yourself the love that you need. Allowing the divine to support you if you feel that this is hard. You can invite archangels, you can invite the divine, God, whatever you envision, your fairy godmother, an aunt or uncle or grandparent who's passed away, or parents. If you need that visualization in this step, fine, give that to yourself. If you need your twin flame there in your visualization, give that to yourself. What you're doing in step 4 is you're inviting a feeling. You're inviting a feeling to give to you in step 4. When you're starting to feel relieved, when you start to feel like this exhale, this like load has lifted off your shoulders feeling, then your mirror exercise is complete. So I just took you through a mirror exercise, and you may need to repeat this exercise as much as you need until all of the layers of this upset are complete. You're going to start feeling better. That's the first sign that you know the mirror exercise is working, is you start feeling better. you start feeling better. When you start feeling better, this creates a positive magnetism, and this magnetizes your twin flame union. So this is what I did. I had my twin flame come in later to invite me on a date. I did have to work through several layers when I was doing this mirror exercise for myself. That was okay. I'm pretty aware that there are layers in healing, and I want to help you. So I've been coaching twin flames with this process for over 5 years, and I would love to help you as well. I've got lots of goodies for you if you visit my website, TwinFlamesHeartsDesire.com. Got meditations, courses, groups, and personal coaching. So whatever way you'd like to jump in, you can find everything on my website. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Let me know if you have a question, and I oftentimes create videos based on your questions in the comments. See you soon. Bye-bye.